in what is most likely, most definitely going to be our final boss battle in terms of content for FIFA 20. We're pulling out the hat some more wacky, extraordinary experiments today. Let's give you the scoop. For whatever reasons, I don't know, we have decided to completely swap around a few teams that are youth academy related, are kind of local rivals in a sense, and are inferior to their opposition. Example number one. Over in France, we've got PSG and Paris FC. Literally local rivals, and one is obviously in complete superiority to the other. PSG's first team swapped it around with Paris FC in the second division, transferring all of Paris FC's players into PSG, and we're going to be swapping them around once we get into the career mode simulation. So Paris FC is going to be playing in Ligue 1 and PSG will be playing in the second tier. The roles have reversed basically. We pulled the ultimate Uno swap card and things are about to get hectic. For Manchester United, I decided why not swap them with Salford City, considering they have so many ties to them. They're kind of low-key rivals. They're also owned by the class of 92, so you've got that Manchester United connection intertwined. Once we get into the career simulation, Salford will be playing in the Prem, Manchester United will be playing in League 2. Another example, which is just a bit more of a meme, we've gone for Southampton and Liverpool. We've just swapped their players around as well, because we all know the transfer history regarding those two clubs. Roles have been reversed to the extreme. Probably the only scenario where it fits that, swapping a real club with a youth academy type concept. Bayern Munich swapping with their second team. They're currently playing in the third division. Here's our last candidate, our last case study. It is the Red Bull clubs. RB Salzburg, we've completely swapped them with RB Leipzig. This time, out of all of them, this is probably the most unique because we're going between countries. They provide a bit more of a unique circumstance in terms of this experiment. And as always, I can't wait to get simulating. Just so we don't directly impact the simulation, we'll be taking charge of AC Milan and the insanity commences. Here's when reality starts shifting. Realism gets thrown out the window. Salford City promoted to the Premier League with all of Manchester United's resources. As always, we're going to be simulating through the seasons, trying to decipher all the results. How long is it going to take for the clubs to restore back to normality? And how are those individual changes going to impact the actual clubs in terms of their transfers, how well they do in the seasons? Here in Austria, we have RB Leipzig participating in the O-Bundesliga. Manchester United will be participating in the fourth tier of English football, as we just saw Salford getting promoted to the Premier League. You love to see it. Paris FC, instead of PSG, will be participating in Ligue 1. And in Ligue 2, PSG are completely finding themselves in Paris FC's situation not too long ago. Liga 3 sees Bayern Munich, and the Bundesliga sees the second team, Bayern 2, participate in the top flight. I'm keen to get to the bottom of this and check up on all the shenanigans once we find out, once we get to the end. And I'm just keen for the rest of these weeks before FIFA 21 actually drops, just to experiment with different kinds of content. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled on the channel because we're going to be trying a few different things before the FIFA 21 drop. Just giving you a heads up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, as we're still on that road to 100k before 2021. Analyzing the typical summer spending, you're not really seeing those massive oligarchs like Bayern Munich and Manchester United splashing the cash. Even with a couple of those mega giants of the footballing world, transfers have been kind of on the low. The only club that has been involved in this experiment and have been directly impacted have been Liverpool, aka Southampton B. They've picked up Thomas Schuncek for £30.1 million. Other than that, no other clubs involved in this experiment have really been active on the transfer market. The window's been quite uneventful, so let's hope some more big money deals get done come January. We can come back to report that nothing much has changed. We just see Manchester City dominate the headlines in terms of transfers. They're getting the one up on Manchester United down in the fourth tier. Otherwise, yeah, this summer spending has not been prevalent. Okay, Liverpool, Southampton B, they've come in with a second transfer of Jack Grealish getting involved. They're investing back into the squad. Other than that, we have minimal to report on in terms of signings. These clubs have been silent. The first campaign is done. Finito. Let's check up on all the leagues, see how much damage we have inflicted upon the footballing landscape. We have got Salford City finishing in fourth. So basically, Manchester United qualified for Champions League football. We've got Southampton, which is Liverpool, finishing in third. How have Liverpool swapped with Southampton players performed? They are down in 10th. What have you got in store for us? It is Paris FC dethroning PSG. Yes, they might have all their players on the books, but that doesn't matter, as Paris FC capture their first Ligue 1 trophy with 108 points, being invincible. Domestic demolition on every front will move down to Domino's League 2. PSG and Paris FC's players fail to gain automatic promotion. In the 3 Liga, it is Bayern's second team finishing in 9th, 56 points. points, middle of the road. FC Bayern from Champions League winners to now struggling down in the third tier. Bundesliga, where I'm assuming Bayern's second team, which isn't even possible in real life. But you know what? We bend the rules over on this channel. We like to have a bit of fun because FC Bayern 2, we're living in an alternative dimension right now, taking out the Bundesliga, and RB Salzburg, which is RB Leipzig. I hope you guys are following along and making these connections in your brain. It's like an episode of Black Mirror within career mode. Within FIFA, we've got RB Leipzig taking a hold of the Austrian Bundesliga title, 60 points. It only took them 60 points, or are they only halfway through their season? I'm not sure why they've only played 21 games. Welcome your new French champions, Paris FC. Have they really invested, or have they just kept hold of all their players? We'll find out. Looks like most of the PSG squad has stayed intact over in Paris. Major change of scenery. It's going to be fascinating to see when these guys actually pull the trigger and invest back into the squad. Being Salford City, they don't have the resources of Manchester United anymore. So hopefully for season 2 now, we're going to start seeing a bit more movement happening between either transfers or actual league results. This experiment continues to chug along. The train keeps on moving. Let's head into season 2. We got some business to report on finally. Richarlison has made the switch to Salford City. £52.7 million they have splashed, not letting go. They must be balling in all that Premier League money. RB Salzburg in Germany pick up Beretta. I think he's an unlicensed fake Brazilian player. Nonetheless, still spending their earnings. Paris FC actually investing in their squad. Jerome Roussillon, he joins the French champions for £27.8 million. Some of these deals are catching me off guard as Diego Costa signs for Bayern Munich too. We're already glitching in the matrix, I can tell. I can feel it. How's January gonna hold up though? In season 2, the winter transfer window not really providing us with too much content here. And we do have a transfer, Higuain to Bayern Munich too. So they've literally gone from a youth academy squad, now just buying every proven age player. And they've gone for 2 old strikers, Diego Costa and Higuain. Season 2 ends a little something like this, with RB Leipzig again being on top, dominating in their quote-unquote halfway stage during the season. I think it's finished. I don't know. Austria, you work in mysterious ways. I can't figure you out. The Premier League sees Manchester City on top. It is Southampton coming in 4th, and Salford City just missing out on their Champions League positions. They qualified for Europa League football, and Liverpool, yet again, in mid-table mediocrity, they finished 10th. Little to my knowledge, Manchester United were actually promoted to EFL League 1, and it looks like they have a playoff spot for season 2. They might be in the championship before you know it, gaining back-to-back promotions as their road to the top is looking on par, finishing in 5th position. Paris FC, they've well and truly taken the throne of PSG on top, invincible once more with 108 points. Boy, life must be good to be a Paris FC fan, but hold your horses because PSG might be making a comeback into the top division. Fighting for a promotion spot, their campaign goes into the playoffs, so you never know, season 3 could see PSG in the big time again. Didn't take them long, no second season syndrome. Bayern, their first team, get promoted from the 3 Liga now up to the Bundesliga 2, and FC Bayern, their second team, they're doing Munich proud as they take home their second Bundesliga back-to-back, and RB Salzburg again in 3rd, finishing in that Champions League qualification. Salzburg actually losing out in the Europa League final 5-4 on penalties to free-spending Napoli. We've seen 2 teams of this experiment participate in the same group. How has that even happened? Anyway, Bayern's second team and Salford City both made it out of Group G. Who else participated? We had Southampton coming out top of Group F. Paris FC on top of their group, winning that one out. Paris FC took on Salford in the Champions League round of 16, and Salford took it out 3-3 on away goals. Southampton put Milan to the sword 7-1 on aggregate. Bayern made it through against Lazio. FC Bayern 2 defeating Real Madrid 2-1. Atletico Madrid knock out Southampton, and Manchester City take down Salford 5-1 in the semis, and in the final it was Barcelona to win it all 1-0 against City, and it was Bayern's second team who made it the furthest. With season 2 now at a conclusion, we are going to progress through to the next round. We got season 3 on the horizons. We're starting to see a few weird dealings, a few weird occurrences in this save, so stick around because who knows what's coming. Season 3 is here, and boy oh boy, moves are being made in the summer transfer window. Rodri has been transferred over to RB Salzburg in Germany, £87.6 million, the Austrian outfit somehow affording that. Victor Osimhen makes the move over from Lille to Bayern 2, the German champions. Liverpool sold their season 1 signing Souček to Wolfsburg. Kostas Manolas makes his appearance in Bayern Munich's second squad. I mean, they're just picking up 30-year-olds plus. That's their transfer policy Chelsea, basically. Wilfred Zaha finds an escape route out of Crystal Palace. Paris FC has taken them under his wing. £30.5 million spent on the Ivorian. As we move down, yeah, it was a pretty productive transfer window as Salford City invest in Kostic for £27.4 million, and Neto switches allegiances to Paris FC as well. It's a big Paris and a big Munich hype train. Salford only making one transfer, but it's been a productive window to say the least. January has dawned into new year, and one of the main transfers taking place is Joe Gomez to Atletico Madrid from Southampton. £64.5 million to stray him away from the Saints. Finally, Bayern 2 are let loose of their shackles, only signing aging talent. They've gone out and invested in Santi Mina, the 23-year-old Spaniard, for £37.8 million. That's going to see us out the door for Season 3. The Premier League ends a bit like this, with Man City on top. Salford and Southampton come close, but they weren't good enough, finishing on 96 and 91 points respectively. Both qualifying for the top 4, and they have been reinvesting this newfound Premier League money, especially for Salford. On the other side of things, Liverpool down in 11th, even though you'd expect them to bring in revenue year after year. They haven't dug deep into the transfer market and therefore are still struggling mid-table. The Championship sees Manchester United survive. They've climbed up to League One, promoted, and the second division have treated the Red Devils down in 21st position. They're making progress, and who knows, we might find them in the Premier League sooner rather than later. In Austria, it's the same old story, with another Red Bull club dominating proceedings over there. RB Leipzig on top with 64 points, a clear front runner. Oh, well, okay, it's a changing of the guard in the Bundesliga. Fellow Red Bull club takes home the domestic crown, with Salzburg winning the Bundesliga, 92 points. Bayern second team and third. That's what you get for investing in over 30-year-old strikers. That has taken me by surprise. The simulation proven that anything can happen. Red Bull are truly fueling German football in the second tier. Where has Bayern's first team ended up? They get relegated back down to the third. They've regressed to the 3 Liga once more. All their hard work's just been undone. So we have Paris FC still obliterating the competition with 108 points on top. French champions 3 years running, and in Ligue 2, it is PSG again unable to clinch that automatic promotion. Maybe this time around they can do it in the playoffs. Could we have an all-Paris derby to look forward to in Season 4? In the Europa League, there was no teams of interest actually making it through to the knockout rounds. Disregard my negligence last season. I said Salford missed out on Champions League qualification. Apparently they didn't, finishing in 5th. They took it home in Group E against RB Leipzig, another team of interest. FC Bayern Munich 2, finishing on top with 15 points in Group F. RB Salzburg and Southampton will put in Group C as well, so the game just likes grouping the teams we have on display. Paris FC on top of Group A. How'd they do? Dortmund knocked out Paris FC in the round of 16, 3-1 on aggregate. Southampton decimate Valencia 6-1, and Bayern 2 make it through against Inter on away goals. We have Salford getting knocked out against Milan, the team I'm controlling, so hey, maybe we do have an impact on this experiment. Nonetheless, Salzburg knocked out 4-0 against Real Madrid, and the eventual finalists, Bayern 2, making it all the way to the semis again. It's Barcelona taking out an El Clasico Champions League final 2-0. It's been an illustrious showing in Season 3. I'm sure Season 4 has so much more to throw at us. Season 4 summer transfer window, there's been a bombshell that has dropped, and we have to report on it. The first time that 2 of the experimented clubs have traded between each other, it is Paris FC's Thilo Kehrer making the move to Salford City for £29.9 million. It's taken us 4 years, but finally they've interacted. It's Sarabia making the move to Marseille. Most expensive transfer, £62 million. It's not looking promising as PSG sell Areola to Spurs. Alban Lafont makes the move to Bayern soon. Now 84 rated Frenchman in between the sticks, £44 million. They're doing a bit of buying, they're doing a bit of selling. Lewandowski's gone back to Dortmund for 39 mil. They're now 34-year-old. They've acquired Upamecano from RB Salzburg as well. So these transfers are absolutely letting loose at the moment. Scott McTominay from Salford City to AS Monaco for £38.4 million. There are just too many to keep track of. Bakayoko has been recruited by Paris FC, and Bayern 2 have sold Odriozola to Juventus. Harry Maguire has made the move from Salford City to Manchester City. What is happening here, Harry? You've done Manchester United dirty. The Red Devils aren't too proud. Salzburg pick up John Stones for £34 million, and Issa Diop will replace Harry Maguire as a brand new centre-back at Salford. Paris FC can continue their spending spree with Abdou Diallo making a switch back to his former side Hoffenheim. The walking injury Benjamin Mendy has also been picked up by RB Salzburg, so a lot of spending, a lot of selling. Like Paris FC, they've done a yard sale over here. The January and even off-season of the transfer window has provided some shocks, with Nabil Fekir joining RB Salzburg for £66.7 million. He's going to be playing his football in the Bundesliga, but again, okay, Salford City spending big on the domestic talent. Dele Alli switching over for £50.2 million. Nathan Ake has been recouped by Paris FC, a brand new addition into the defense for £35.2 million. After they sold Lewandowski, they needed a brand new hitman, and they have turned their eyes towards Enes Ünal. The 25-year-old Turk will be joining Bayern 2. It's just been free-flowing transfers now. It's fair game, and Season 4 has just taken off. After 4 seasons of simulating this wacky career mode save, we've gotten the Austrian Bundesliga with, you guessed it, RB Leipzig just on top. They've won every game, 100% record. Is there any even point? Will there be new champions? There are in Spurs coming out on top. The North Londoners, despite selling Dele Alli to Salford, they've retained the Premier League title. Man City finished runners up, and Southampton and Salford come in 3rd and 4th. Champions League football for the pair of them. It's a little bit of an improvement by Liverpool, now finishing in 7th position. A dramatic campaign over in England. Did Manchester United achieve promotion in the Championship? No, we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's another relegation scrap. They have survived the drop, finishing in 20th this time, one better than last season, now with 25 points. Liga sees Paris FC, 100% record, 114 points gained out of 114. A new behemoth, and now they can laugh in the face of PSG fans all around the world. Down in Domino's League, okay, maybe things are going to spice up next season, because PSG earned their promotion back after a 4-year wait. 97 points, finishing on top of the 2nd division. In the Bundesliga 3, Bayern were relegated, and they've received promotion. Are they turning into a brand new yo-yo club? I don't know. The Bundesliga 2 awaits them, and over in the top flight, German football, it's none of the affected teams. It's Bayern Leverkusen winning on goal difference or head-to-head. It was a 4-way race for the title, and Salzburg and Bayern 2 unable to capture the crown. Despite going invincible in France, Paris FC knocked out to the Europa League in Group H, coming in 3rd. Extremely disappointing, as Bayern 2 made it out in Group F. We did have RB Salzburg finishing in 2nd. 2 Red Bull clubs in the same group. There was only going to be one winner. Salzburg progressed through, Leipzig eliminated to the Europa League, and Salford made it out 2nd in their group. Southampton finished on top. The Southampton elimination, Salford getting destroyed 4-0. I haven't changed them up whatsoever, but the AC Milan team I'm controlling just eliminates every single one of the affected teams. Bayern 2 see the door, RB Salzburg, so none of our teams went further than the round of 16. Atletico Madrid are European champions after beating Juve 2-1. Ooh, the Europa League final. Paris FC, they can do it in France, but continentally, they choked the German champions. It was Germany versus France, a 3-1 victory for Leverkusen. It was a fairy tale run to the final for the Parisians, as RB Leipzig get knocked out 3-2 against Arsenal in the round of 32. Season 5 awaits, and it's going to be the last campaign we're simulating. We get to analyze the save at a grand scale and see what teams the clubs have ended up with. This has been a roller coaster ride. I'm expecting a few more twists and turns. Here are the main overviews of the transfers at the end of Season 5. Joe Gomez gone from Southampton to Atletico Madrid, now back to the Premier League with Manchester City. Bruno Fernandes has left Salford over to Juventus. The old lady has tempted him with a £71.1 million move. We have Andy Robertson moving to Real Madrid for £56.3 million. A long stay at Southampton sees him out the door, and Mauro Icardi, another sale to a fellow club, being tempted with a move to RB Salzburg. They found their rhythm in these last 2 seasons. Just they love trading with each other, they love dealing with each other. From Southampton, Sadio Mane. Over from Southampton, Mane is moving over to Real Sociedad for 54 mil. Bayern 2 sell Gnabry to North London rival Spurs. How could a former Gooner do that to himself? We will never know. Karia has made the move to Salford City for £51 million. Daniel James is finally out the door of Salford, now leaving off to German champions Leverkusen. Salford selling Martial. They've gone through a random transitional phase. He makes the move over back to France, and he's joining Nice. Paris FC continue to sell, with Kim Bempe moving out the club back to Leverkusen. Salzburg pick up Alexander Grimaldo from Barcelona, and Ryan Sessegnon joins Salford. Through the official final standings, we didn't really know RB Leipzig. We don't really need to check the Austrian Bundesliga. We know already. In the Premier League, Manchester City, on goal difference, on head-to-head, deny Salford of a title with 97 points, equal first, and Southampton coming in third with 91 points. The Saints miss out on the title as well, and Liverpool are down in 8th. Manchester United unable to gain promotion in the Championship. They struggled once more, it looks like, finishing in 20th position, 39 points for the Red Devils. Over in Liga, it's Paris FC who have rapidly sold and bought players, unable to back up an invincible season with 2 losses. But how did PSG fare though? First time back in the big time, and they get relegated, only managing to pick up 7 points. They didn't stand a chance. Paris FC runs these streets. Bundesliga 2 sees Bayern Munich unable to capture automatic promotion, Leverkusen dethroned, Dortmund's back on top as Bayern, Salzburg both fail to get that Bundesliga crown. Borussia Dortmund, German champions, defeat Manchester City 1-0 in the final. Amazing scenes held before us here. Salford eliminated to the Milan team I'm controlling. Why have they just ruined this experiment for us? 5-3 on aggregate. RB Salzburg go down 6-0 to Barcelona, and in the round of 16, Spurs knock out Bayern 2 4-0. Some positive news. We have Southampton winning Europa League 2-1 against Valencia in the final, and they are crowned European champions. This is the team that Salford City have finished with 5 seasons simulated into the future. They still maintained Rashford. They kept a hold of Pogba and David De Gea. A classic example of a team gone from nothing to something. They made sure they maintained that status. Here with Southampton, a lot of Liverpool originals still hanging around. The only difference is Elyounoussi on the left-hand side. Manchester United being one of the biggest clubs in the world with all those resources, they pick survival in the Championship, and this is their final squad. A relegated PSG have found themselves back in Ligue 2, and this is their final assembled team. You thought they might be able to achieve salvation, but it wasn't to be, and Paris FC still looking invincible with Mbappe and Neymar. Verratti has a firm hold on the midfield, and Thiago Silva just refuses to retire. A 90 rated Marquinhos joins him, and new additions like Caicedo and Haisaj just complement the starting 11. For some reason, it says that Bayern 2 have 0 attack. Quite clearly, they have Osimhen and Mina in that strike force up top. Cousins has grown into a decent little French playmaker. Upamecano, Mazraoui, and Mendy, also Lafont, joining their backline. Salzburg have gone from strength to strength. Red Bull have gotten behind them and pumped resources into the club. John Stones, Mendy, Rodri, they've decided to capitalize on Manchester City, still keeping a hold of Timo Werner. And over in Austria, lucky last, they didn't really need a star-studded 11. RB Leipzig still able to dominate. Whoa, what an experiment simulation. That's where we're going to call it. If you did go on to enjoy, make sure to drop a like down below. One of our last FIFA 20 videos, as new games are on the horizons, new content arriving to the channel. Hope you're ready for it. Subscribe, turn on those notifications for more content coming at you in the future. Follow me on Twitter. All the socials are linked down in the description below. As always, I've been BCHD. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.